Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I would like to welcome you to Lunch Break Craft Spot, coming to you live today from my craft studio in Wasaga Beach. Uh, that's in Ontario for anyone that doesn't know, about 2 hours-ish north of Toronto, depending where you're coming from in Toronto. But anyway, that's where I am. So welcome. I'm so happy to be here sharing crafting with you. And I thank you for taking time to join me live. If you are joining me live, taking a break in your day, maybe having a little bit of lunch on your lunch break, or if you're watching the replay. And I hope you like what I have for you today. A little bit of an adventure, perhaps. It's all laid out. It's all planned. But you never know what might happen along the way, right? It is my crafting adventure here, but perhaps a little less of an adventure today. But we'll see. Okay, information, things you need to know. In July 9th to 11th, our online global retreat is happening. It's 3 days. It's not 3 full days. We kick off on Thursday, depending where you are, Thursday evening. On Zoom, we all get together, we introduce ourselves, we chat a little bit, we get to know each other, share, what we love about crafting and what we're looking forward to for the retreat and, whatever we want to talk about. And then on Friday and Saturday, I'm talking in Canada now because this is truly global. So different times, different days for some people. But in Canada, hello, Kelly, welcome. We get together on throughout the day into the evening, that sort of thing, and we share projects with you. We will go through the make and takes so that you can see us put those together. Your kit includes the pieces that you need to do the make and takes. All the cardstock is cut and prepped for you. You do need to cut your own designer series paper, but that's so you can make some choices. Perhaps you want to use a different paper from what we have selected, but entirely up to you. But we'll let you make those choices. And then we also send you some other goodies so that you can complete the projects. And we will share that with you throughout the days. And then we have some other projects as well. I'm going to ask you to go into your craft stash this time and use up some of your scraps. So that's okay. Hands up, anybody that has scraps. Okay, so every single hand should be up right now because we all have scraps. We have too many scraps. So we said, you know what? Let's share some different ideas about how to use these scraps, how to turn them into beautiful cards. So we're going to do some of that during the retreat as well. That is July 9th to 11th. Registration is open now. You will find it on my website, greatstampinwithconnie.com. It's in my email each week. Every Sunday I send out an email outlining what I've got planned for the week, but then also some other or events that are on the go and that sort of thing. So you will find that in my Sunday emails. Easiest way to get the link and get yourself registered or watch my social media. It's there. Okay, shall we do some crafting? I think that we should. That's what we're here for. So last week, if you were with me, you know that I shared the Pretty Party kit, these beautiful cards from the all-inclusive Pretty Party kit. Look, you can hardly see the cards for all the shine and the bling. I'll just tilt it a little bit so that you can see there. I think you can maybe see that a little bit better. When I tilt it, some of the shine doesn't create as much glare on the camera, but lots of beautiful gold, shiny stuff on these cards. And I don't know about you, but when I opened the kit, I thought, oh yeah, this looks good. I like this. As I was making these cards last week, I absolutely fell in love with it. I love the colors, not colors I would have necessarily thought to put together. Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia. Those aren't things that I would necessarily think to combine, but here we go. They are combined and they are beautiful together. So while I was doing this, I'm looking at this thinking, this has to be a scrapbook layout. it just like everything just screams, turn me into a layout. So that's what I'm doing today. And I will just pop this in here for a moment. Maybe a lot of glare on that too. I'll hold it up. So this is the stamp set that comes with the kit. And I'm thinking, oh, I could stamp balloons on my layout, and wouldn't that be fun, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, and then I filled it up with stuff. So I have not done any stamping on this particular layout, but you know what? I haven't used all the pieces yet. So here's the layout. I am actually going to put this together. It's all set out, but nothing is attached. So we're going to build it now. So I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to slide these things off, and hopefully I can put the pieces all back together again. Yes, I do have a photo. I did take a photo. So, but this is where the adventure begins, right? So that's the fun of what we're doing here, I think, or it's the something of what we're doing here. Okay, so I am going to come in. These are banner pieces. They are 3 inches wide and various lengths. And I just cut banner ends on them. If you're cutting a banner end and it's like, well, how do you know how far up to cut? There's no right or wrong. You can make it as deep a V as you like or as shallow. If you want them all kind of in I'll say the medium sort of range. You know what? I need to get out my like scrapbooking mat out, because it's got rulers on both sides that guide me. And I don't know how much I need. Everything pretty much falls next to each other, but I'm just going to pop this under here so that I can refer to it if I need to. Anyway, so back to my little guide. So these are 3 inches wide. So what I did was I just put a score line up, 1.5. So 3 inches, I took the middle, 1.5, scored up about 1.5. So sort of same amount up as in. And that will give you, I would say standard banner. Oh, look, do not put adhesive on your paper on top of paper that is the same color, because you won't see where you're going with it, and you're going to make a mess. And I happen to know I moved my silicone mat, so it's not here. I'm just going to grab this one. It has stuff. It has bits stuck to it that have been sitting there for far too long. I just need to deal with them. But anyway, this will help me see where I'm supposed to be going or not going, as the case may be. I've got my adhesive doing funky things. So okay. There is no standard banner V. I don't think. You can make it very deep. You could make it very narrow. It's all sort of about whatever look you want. But I sort of think of this as a little bit of a standard kind of amount. Sorry, I'm just going to come up here because I want to make sure this is right across the top, because then it will be straight. So these are, this is Flirty Flamingo, but I am using the light side of it. The colors in the kit are a little bit subtle. They're not quite as deep as the darker side, so I thought I would use the light side, and that's certainly one of the fun advantages of working with our two-tone cardstock, is that you have options. And as you will see in a moment, you can do mix and match. So then I came back with, this is 1.25. I was going to do 1 inch, but excuse me, somehow it just didn't seem quite wide enough. So I made these 1.25, and I did the same thing with the banner ends. I went to 5/8 and marked. And now I'm going to do this. I want this hitting right in the middle, but up at the top. There we go. I'm putting that right over the seam, and I'm just, you don't have to do this layer. I'm just adding a little depth and perhaps a little more interest to my layout. So get him to the center, up to the top, into the center, up to the top. I'm looking over top of my cameras and stuff, which is why this is a little funky, but there we go. Okay, so there is that part of things. And then I'm going to come in. So these are pieces, some of these are pieces from the cards that were part of the kit to put on top of some of the cards to pop them up and that sort of thing. I have just sort of pulled all the pieces and then I just used them to put together my layout. So I'm just going to put this one right up at the top. And then I can use that without having a funky chopped up balloon. Okay, for my title, this is some of our ephemera. So it just happened to suit because this is all, it could be birthday, it could be some other sort of celebration. I'm not positive what photos I'm going to put onto my layout yet. So happy day works. So that's what we're going to go with here. Whoop. Ready? I'm just going to put this. So this is what, so you can either have happy straight and day crooked. You could have the whole thing. Maybe I want the whole thing tilted. That might be that might be the really safe way to go. Happy day. Just gonna set, I think I want, yeah, I think I like that on an angle. And then I have, so when I don't know whether you noticed from the layout or not, but some of the pieces like this one, I have fussy cut. Oh, I was going to tell you about the card bases too. So I cut around the balloons, and I'm actually going to do that at the bottom because I was looking as well, because I was looking at this and it wasn't quite hitting me. And Kelly, who's on here with us, was over this morning, and I said, "What do you think? What this square edge here is kind of not hitting me right. What should I do?" And she said, "Well, why don't you fussy cut around the bottom of the balloons?" And it's like, yes, I think that would work. So here we go. We are fussy cutting around the bottom of the balloons. I was going to do this before, but you know, I got busy and then I thought I would show you, and gives me an opportunity as I'm looking at this to tell you. So these are card bases because this kit is for making cards, but of course that's just, you know, like anything, that's the starting point. That's the suggested use. But really, these are just like really pretty craft bits, right? And so that was why I wanted to do the layout. But card bases are scored in the center. And these card bases have pattern up, down, around, top, bottom, front, back, everywhere. So on a folded card, some of the balloons were ending up on the back of the card, like this one. And I can show you the card again in a moment, just so you see what I'm talking about. But I didn't want that because I didn't want everything to be chopped off at the top or the bottom or anything. I wanted everything I could get. I wanted the whole balloons. I want the whole balloon. Other than the edge here where it does get chopped off. That's different. So what the score line is not all that noticeable, but you can make it less noticeable if you put your card base into your trimmer basically upside down. Okay, so you put it in this way. This would have been the mountain, and then you just score gently, and it pushes the cardstock back. So it's not perfect. There is still a little bit of a score line, but it's pretty hard to see. You won't notice it in amongst everything on these pages, I don't think. So that's one way, just to kind of flatten out that score line a little bit. But I think this is going to go here. But you know what? We're going to go back to the top first, because that was just me getting distracted by telling you what I was doing. So this is the card base. So see how it's folded and these things get cut off. So here's the balloons that we put there, and we're going to put this one over here. But there's the rest of them. And that's what I wanted. I wanted this whole balloon part for my page. So, but it's easy enough to do. And like I said, by the time you get the photos on and, into your page protector for your album and things, nobody's going to see the little bit of score line that remains. Okay. And then I have two balloons. I have cut these with the balloon festoon dies. And I didn't quite have enough paper, and I thought, well, that's okay. I'll just put him at the top as well. He'll match the others that are up there. So you can use all the bits and pieces from this card. So I cut these out of, not this exact one, because this is what I just cut off, but you can cut something out of that piece. Okay? And there were other pieces, because as you'll see on the second side of the layout, I trimmed one of the other card bases. So I ended up with quite a bit of this white and gold foil. So I wonder if these should these touch a little bit more? Should I move this guy over a little bit? Could move this guy over a little bit too. I kind of think I pushed him down. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so we're going to move this guy over a little bit. And I'm going to move this guy over a little bit. So maybe same sort of distance from the edge. Does that make sense? Don't know. I'm not sure that's really moved over. To me, if anything, it's further the other way. I'm just going to put it right in the middle here. Going to be kind of random. I'm not big on measuring exactly where stuff goes. I tend to do the layout and I look and it's like, yep, that looks good right there. And then I just smack it down. And that's where it goes. Okay, so there's our balloons from the top. Should have one more somewhere. I just sort of shuffled everything off. Here we go. So this one, I'm just going to put, I'm going to put down here, but I'm going to leave it for now. I'm just going to set it there for a moment. And then we would have some, and these are just photo placeholders, because as I said, I don't have my photos selected for this layout yet. But I'm going to put one in about here. We go. And I'm going to put one. And usually I do my whole layout first. I'm sort of working top to bottom here right now, which is sort of odd, a little odd, but I'm just going to come across here, put that about there. So I still have my banners, and then now I can see that, sorry, Mike, I can't get the camera to get the whole 12 by 12 in. It just doesn't seem to adjust to all of that. So I'm just going to push that up a little bit, and we'll put this guy down now. Here. Oh. I'm going to put him, so I want him up against this edge because otherwise that balloon would look odd. I don't need the balloon bottoms to be touching. They can dangle. Very gentle there. And then I'm going to come in with this photo there. Put him right up against here so that your eye is tricked into thinking that this is all how it should be. There we go. Okay, and then we just have a few more little accessory bits. So again, these are pieces from the kit that were used to pop up on the cards. But I'm just using them as embellishments for my page. Okay. So this guy under here. Well, this will just be popping out from a photo. Now this little one with just these two little guys, I am just going to sort of temporarily put him down because he's probably going to touch. I should have put my adhesive just at the very bottom and I did not. So for now, okay, I'm going to take the adhesive off of here. I'm just rubbing this off because I want to just come in at the very bottom here with just a little dab of adhesive because this is going to stick to like cover over a little bit of the corner of my photo. Chances are there's nothing going on down there in the corner of my photo and it will be just fine. But I don't have my photo in there yet, so I'm gonna have to lift that and get the photo down. So, and then this one is just going to go over here. Did I? Oh yes, I did stick that down and about there. And then I can see that I'll maybe put this guy right into the middle here, ish, middle-ish. I could leave him off. To do, what to do, what to do. There, maybe. Okay. And then the other thing that I was thinking you could do is come in, excuse me, we have white gel pens now. Balloon strings, right? So I am just going to come here and I'm just going to put a string on this. And this, of course, is like these strings are just hanging here. So, you know, there's definitely no right or wrong for how you do this part. This might go right down to my photos. Just that could dangle right down to there. And then down at the bottom here, we're just going to put strings onto these. So this is fun because you can't do it wrong, right? It's just a string. It's just hanging down. Excuse me. Okay, so there is side one. So this is going to go a little longer than some of my craft spots. So hopefully you have a little time to stick with me. I will show you, excuse me, the right page. But again, it's not stuck together. And there's some trimming that will be required at the top and stuff, but it kind of just, excuse me, continues with the banner theme and the balloons and the sparkle and all the fun. So that's where we are headed with that one. Okay, so again, I am going to pull these things off of here. We go, and I am going to start with the banner for this side. this down a little bit so you can see. Oh, excuse me, just a moment. Need a little drink of water here. There we go. Okay. So I know some of you follow me. Hopefully, all of you follow me on Great Stamping with Connie on Facebook, but I know some of you also follow my personal page. And I haven't posted my weekend, at least not yet. I don't have a lot of personal photos, but on the weekend, I was in Toronto at the Scarborough Pan Am Pool for the Artistic Swimming National competition. So it was our nationals. And if you're not familiar with artistic swimming, it's synchronized swimming. They changed the name a few years ago now. Some of us are just really slow to convert, and so I will often still call it synchro because people know what synchro is, and not as many people know what artistic swimming is at this stage anyway. So, okay, so this was a card base, and I did the same thing with the score lines. Okay, so it was scored in the middle. So here's the card that it makes. And you can see when you open it up, you have balloons across the whole thing. It's like bonus, like that. So it again, what I did, I put this in my trimmer and just did a light score that way to flatten the score line. And I can't even feel it. I can feel it on this side a little bit. I cannot just feel it on that side, but you don't really notice it. So it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece, and then this is the one where I had fussy cut the bottom part off. So all of this I cut off, and then I had all this white and gold to cut those other balloons that I was using. So nothing goes to waste. It just transforms. And again, the balloons that I have die cut, I use the balloon festoon dies. It's one of the newer. I'm not actually positive it's sweet, but it's a bundle certainly in the April, May to September mini catalog that is out right now. You can find it in my online store. Just look up balloon and it will pop up for you. And it's a super fun bundle, layers of balloons, like all different sizes. It's awesome. There will be more scrapbook pages coming with just that bundle, not including this kit. But this is just a great way to extend everything with some really fun colors. As I say, they are not colors that I would naturally have thought to put together. But so this is, I'm going to put the bottom of these balloons together. This on the card went over top of this, popped up, but I'm going to put it here. And then I'm going to flip this over and trim this bit off. Find my scissors. So I'm doing that right now because I forgot when I was putting adhesive on, and this piece is sticky. So we don't want to end up sticking things to things that we don't want things stuck to. Set that there for now. Okay, so there is the top of this layout. And then, so I will just work my way down here again of a photo placeholder here. This is going to go just this area. So it's actually going to cover up some of my lovely balloon, but that's how it goes. And then coming down this side, I have a placeholder for a 4x6. So we got, for those people that just can't bear to cut their photos, your 4x6 photos. There's, in my photos, there's usually some extra fluff around the edges that I can completely live without. So I want to make sure I have this square on here so that I get this straight, because I am not using a ruler across here as I possibly should, but you know what? We're going with the eyeballs. Okay, and then I'm going to come in and add this. Ah, Kelly's probably gone, but if you're still there, see you later, Kelly. Hope Fraser had a good time at the farm this morning. She takes her dog to, I don't know quite where it is, but she calls it the farm, and it's, big open area where he can run and play and do all the fun dog things. So that's his morning adventures, and it gives her a chance to get some other things done. So I've put adhesive just on the very tip of this, and I'm going to put this right here. But again, I will need to be able to lift this to get my photo in later. But look, I can. Okay, so there's that. And then we will come over to this side. So this is a card front, and I wasn't sure. I was thinking I could trim some of this off. This morning Kelly said she liked it, and so I'm just going to use it for a full-on photo mat for now. And when I put the photo in, whatever I decide, if I need to trim it, then I'll just lift it and trim it at that point. But that's probably not going to happen because it's so pretty. It's like I don't want to cut anything off. I don't want to lose any of this. And I'm going to come in. Should I come in? I'll put this about the same height as the other one. So I'm about half an inch up and half an inch in from the edge. Up there. And then I'm just going to put this on here. So when you see the photos, you can go, what? Why does she have that big hunk of pretty paper? It's lovely, but why does she have that there? Well, it's for a photo. And then I die cut a balloon, and I have stamped lines on it because for my journaling, I do tend to need even, but I do like lines. I just find it, I get things placed better if I have lines. Now this one, maybe I'm going to come up a little bit just so I can get a little bit of a string coming out of that balloon. I don't have a string out of this balloon if I go there. Maybe we'll go over just a smidge so we can get a little bit of string happening on those. And then I have, this is another one that I die cut. So this is a little bigger than the other. So this was the second size of balloon dies from the balloon festoon bundle. Just put him right in there, perhaps. Okay. So you can see why I said I didn't really leave any room for stamping. It would probably just have gotten too busy. I'm going to come in with my white gel pen again. This guy obviously isn't going to have a string on him, but this guy can. He just dangling down to about there. He can. He can. Kind of messed up. But there we go. It'll be okay. Well, we'll just put a little bend in this one too. Like there's a breeze blowing or something, blowing different ways, but it's all good. There we go. Okay, so there this is not straight. It's also not very attached because it is going to lift, but let's just straighten our paper, shall we, and see if we can get this. Sorry, I'm out of camera, aren't I? I'll put that up. And then we're going to come in and put this right like that. That's better. Okay, so I am, as I say, I am not likely to get, I can't even get one in, never mind two, but here is, so here is the left side, and I will post photos of these so that you have a little bit of a guide, and then the right side, and it all kind of just comes together. Much of that you can see, but there's the majority of it. That's not too bad, hey? As I say, I will post photos so you can see more of it. The whole thing, basically. All right, let me just come back here. There we go. I am back. So that is that's the layout using the Pretty Party Kit. I hope you like it. I love this kit. Oh my goodness, I am so in love with the kit, with the shine, the gold, the glitter, the colors, putting the colors together. Oh, you know what else I did not do, and I was thinking I would? In the kit, you get whew, bling. I am just going to put a little bit of bling onto these pages. So we're just going to sprinkle in some of these sequins. Where else? Right over there. That might have been off camera. Nope, we're still in. Okay, we're good. And then let's come in over here with a little bit of this too. There, just a little extra because there wasn't enough bling, right? Enough glitter, glimmer. There's always room for more. But yes, we used those last week on the cards, but they're a little bit hard to see on camera, but they are iridescent sequins. So they, they reflect pink and purple and all the colors that we have on our layout. So they are perfect for adding extra sparkle to the layout. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today. I hope you like it. I hope you, if you're a scrapbooker, if you want to try scrapbooking, getting a kit is like an awesome way to do it because they've got all the thoughts and ideas are right there. We do have scrapbooking workshop kits and they are amazing, but this just shows you could get this kit and make one or two of each of the cards and use the other pieces to create a layout like this. And if you add the balloon festoon bundle to your order, you will have everything you need to make amazing celebration layouts. I say celebration because, as I say, it could be birthday, but it could be graduation or wedding or all sorts of occasions. It's balloons. They're just fun, right? They are a celebration. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back on Thursday this week for Connie's Craft Along. Hopefully you saw the pieces to cut and prep in my Sunday email. If you didn't, go to greatstampingwithconnie.com, register for my emails, and then you will get that information every week. Also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you subscribe. It, again, is Great Stamping with Connie. You will find me at Great Stamping with Connie everywhere. Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's all Great Stamping with Connie. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you all again really soon. Bye for now.